shape, did not expect to know that bad luck is coming. Right when he was swimming, suddenly discovered something at the bottom of the tank. Is a watch. He immediately swam back curiously. Unexpectedly, an outstretched hand grabbed him alive and dead. After struggling for a while in despair, he quickly drowned. The passing bodyguards found an abnormality, but miraculously the bus started to move again. It turned out that the killer was controlling the swimming corpse. After waiting for the bodyguard to leave safely, the killer disguised himself as a chef, quietly left the mansion, changed the clothes prepared in advance, disappear, wait until the last bodyguard finds out. All are late. The assassin returns to the house to burn all material about the target. The next day, the news reported that the gang leader had drowned. The whole assassination without a flaw. An assassin named Alan, known as the ultimate killer. Unlike normal assassins, he can always disguise assassination as an incident, does not leave any traces, very quick. Alan once again took over the company's duties, but this time he was extremely hesitant. The assassination target was Harry, is his comrade and also his best friend. So Alan went to the owner of the company, Robert. He wanted to clarify the reason for the case. Robert told him directly, in a secret act abroad, the company lost 5 assassins. Someone must have bought them. When he investigated to Harry, discovered his offshore account increased to $20 million for unknown reasons. Proves that Harry has betrayed the company, so he must die. Face the boss is still evidence. Alan's heart is extremely awkward. After pondering for a while, the decision is still made. He phoned Harry that same night, tell him to run away. Under the command of Alan, Harry causes the building to lose power first. Via circuit that avoids the camera leaves the building. When he went to the basement parking lot, found that the car was damaged by someone else, and the person waiting there is Alan. So Alan isn't helping him escape, which took advantage of him to avoid security. Lead Harry to the parking lot. Wanted to disguise the scene as a car robbery. When Harry understood everything, he made no choice to protest, but gave his beloved gun to Alan, willingly volunteered to die at Alan's hands. After the funeral, Alan at the grave meets Harry's son Henry. Henry lost his father. Ask Alan to teach me the killing technique. Train him to be a professional assassin. Alan disagrees at first, but look at the friend's ashes cold. Finally accepted. He told Henry to memorize it. Methods of death listed by the insurance company. Convenient for when performing scene camouflage. The next step is to practice using weapons. Is a professional assassin, must master all common weapons. In the learning process, Henry shows a natural of amazement. Very quickly got Alan's acknowledgement. Alan decided to let him do the task alone. Use training practices. Henry just became an assassin, prepared to carry out the assassination mission alone. The target was an arms dealer. Master Alan took out a special potion. Just 6 drops can kill the target. Alan tells Henry that he must act in the bar. Absolutely do not touch hard. In the bar, Henry quickly struck up a conversation with the target. He seizes the opportunity when the target leaves. Silently took out the vial when preparing to instill the medicine. He suddenly remembered the last mission. Master Alan is acting from behind. Use a leather belt to strangle the opponent to death. He think the teacher can do it. He could do it too, so he put the potion back in his pocket. The same goal of going home. Henry takes advantage of the time when the target is defenseless, take out the belt and squeeze the opponent's neck, but the actual situation far exceeded his expectations. The difference in body shape and fitness very quickly made him taste the bitter taste, being hit by the opponent without any strength to fight back. However, in the end, it was still lucky to kill the target, but he was also seriously injured. He turned back with a sad face. Teacher Alan reminds him, if assassins only rely on strength, definitely won't last long. Henry since then never did it on his own. That humbly study Alan, carefully planned for next time. The target this time is a cult. They plan to inject the target with an adrenaline overdose. Wait until the planning is done. The two quietly broke into the target's building, but the plan could not overcome the change. They discovered that the target was injected with a highly effective anesthetic. Anesthetics can neutralize adrenaline. The assassination plan failed. The two of them had to take the risk. Use a conduit to directly block the target. Then the two hid behind the wall. Thought he could escape safely. Henry accidentally stepped on the wrench again. A screw rolled out of the carpet. This time it's over. Disclosure is inevitable. The opponent goes to the front of the glass to look. Henry shot a bullet in the head again. The enemy immediately opened fire on them. Fortunately, both of them were able to avoid it. Enemies entered the inspection wall, was attacked by Alan hiding in a dark place. Some enemies heard the sound of coming, but they are not Alan's opponents at all, but helpless. The enemy is really too many. Alan can only break the door and run away, looking for a way to escape. At that time, Henry also easily defeated the pursuers. The two meet again on the balcony. They finish tying the rope on the iron stand, then bent down and jumped down. Directly jumped down the building a few hundred meters, convenient access to another floor, then blended into the crowd in the hall to successfully escape. That night, while Alan was at the airport, accidentally saw a familiar face. It was the assassin who was bribed by Harry and died tragically. Alan followed the path, got on the bus. After a while of questioning, the other party finally told the truth. So the one who betrayed the company wasn't Harry, which is the boss, Robert. Robert told him to kill his companion, then disguise the scene. Put all the blame on Harry. Alan was immediately angry after hearing this. Fight with assassins on the bus. The assassin who couldn't fight was directly thrown out of the car by Alan, was killed by a passing car. Alan knows the truth. Decided to take revenge on the boss. The top killer was taken advantage of by his shameless boss. Kill his best friend with his own hands. Alan prepares to plan revenge. But he didn't expect the boss to be one step ahead of sending assassins, while the assassins were searching everywhere. Alan suddenly launched an attack from under the water, then took the gun. Speed? Kills the remaining two enemies. After killing the assassin, Alan made a phone call to his Henry. On the phone, he heard that Henry was being threatened by someone. Alan told him there was a weapon hidden under the sofa. Henry deliberately did not change his face. Quickly take out the gun and shoot the enemy. The defenseless enemy is instantly defeated. Two successful assassins meet. Alan tells Henry to bring all the weapons. When Henry transports weapons, Harry's father's gun fell. Henry understood for a moment. So the person who killed his father was Master Alan, on the way to revenge. Henry doesn't stop probing Alan. Alan also sensed the anomaly of his disciple, but at the time they were facing a common enemy. Can only cooperate to destroy the enemy first. Very soon Boss Robert received a call from Alan. Incoming calls are displayed upstairs. Robert thinks that Alan has broken into the building. He knows the power of Alan. Immediately the escort guard left. Didn't know that Alan was basically not in the building. Just used a trick to lure him out. Alan on the side of the road installed a camera. Wait quietly in the car. When the boss's convoy was about to pass, he immediately increased his horsepower and drove to the garage, crashed the car in the back, then quickly solved the bodyguard on the car, then drove towards Robert. At the same time, Henry also drove out a passenger car, straight into the convoy. Rear protection are all resolved. The boss panicked and turned around to find his way out, but by then it was too late. The car was hit hard at the end. Alan and Harry took up their guns. Opposite Robert, who was lying on the ground. The two of them were not at all due to the empty fire. On the way home, Alan decided to wash his hands and hang up his sword to withdraw from the gypsy. In Henry's words filled with hatred, while turning to fetch water, Alan accidentally found Harry's gun in Henry's waist. Sure, Henry knew. Harry died at his hands. Two drivers go to the gas station. Henry, at refueling, intentionally let gasoline spill out of the car, then go to the side, took out his father's gun and fired one shot into the gas tank. The big explosion swallowed Alan. Not long after, Henry appeared in Alan's house. He proudly drove Alan's car, prepared to start a new history. Suddenly in the cockpit saw a piece of paper. Above write a sentence, "Dear Henry." When he saw this piece of paper, then he was dead for sure. The car then exploded. So Alan at the gas station saw through Harry's intentions. Before exploding, promptly avoid. Though facing your old friend's son, Alan was also not affected by any emotions, did not leave any consequences for himself.